Guys, today we have the Henry Supreme lever action rifle. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, this is a lever action rifle that takes AR-15 magazines. Why am I wearing bootcut jeans? Guys, this is the Henry Supreme lever action chambered in 5.56. I've got it modified with all of the modern components. Full quill ostrich leather boots. How crazy is that? Anyway, got the Dead Air Lazarus 6 on here. It comes with a threaded barrel. I got a Surefire flashlight on here, and we are gonna have so much fun with this today. Am I a cowboy? What's your intentions, Rooster? Welcome back to Micah Mayfield's YouTube channel. Boy, howdy, do we have a special one for you today. One that when I initially got the pitch to do the video on this, I thought to myself, no! A mag-fed lever action. Boy, we've seen miserable attempts at that in the past, like the Tombstone from POF. But this one's different. This is Henry. Henry does lever actions, okay? They're known for it. So what do we have here? Kind of in the same light of the cursed Mosin, we have a cursed lever action. The only difference is this one actually shoots good. The Mosin doesn't, but I ended up falling in love with this. I'll play a couple clips right now.
Anyone else time hit me but him. Burn my fucking hand.
Me and the boys had so much fun with this lever action. See, I'm pretending to be a Texan cowboy. This is just your everyday fit. How am I doing? This is Trey from American Outlaw.
I can't even take this video serious right now because I don't even know what to say. I mean, the boots do.
Can they see my boots? Make sure they can see my boots. Oh man, look at them. But before we get too far in this here gun, we're gonna talk about our sponsors. I can't do that. Sponsors like OpticsPlanet. OpticsPlanet providing you with the Vortex Razor HD Gen 3 for your rifle. I don't even sound Texas or cowboy. I just sound retarded. The coupon code MICAH getting you 7% off anything you could spend your money on. Second sponsor of the video. Notice I'm shooting without ear pro. Still a bad idea, even with a silencer. Silencer Central, providing you with suppressors shipped straight to your door. You don't even have to leave the comfort of your own home to get yourself a suppressor. Literally, it just showed, knock, 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 boom, here's your can. Enjoy it. Thanks, Silencer Central, for making it easy. Americana Pipedream Apparel. If you want to look half as good as I do right now, you head on over to Americana Pipedream. They don't have full quill ostrich leather boots, but what they do have is military surplus. With the coupon code BUSSI, save yourself some cash. A big shout out to Nine Bangers. This is what they call their mosh pit range. You'll probably see me do a bunch of videos here. What we're going to be doing with this rifle today is talking about the mods that I've done to it. I did try to go a little over the top with it just for you guys. And then we're gonna see how effective it is and run some drills. We're not gonna do it here, but we're gonna do it on paper at 100. We're gonna group it with tons of different types of ammo, talk about the rifle, what I did to it, and how I ended up making this. Do we love it or do we hate it? I don't know. So right off the rip, before we run some drills with this thing, see how fast we can shoot it, how she feels, how she sounds, some recoil, I gotta tell you what I did. So this is a Henry Supreme rifle. It is probably, I don't wanna say the first because I don't know that for sure, first to my knowledge, kind of traditional style lever action chambered in 5.56. Now why that's super cool is, traditionally lever actions are chambered in 357, 4570, 3030, etc. You know, all your lever gun cartridges. Tons of stopping power with those things. However, if I wanted to shoot 600, 700, 800 yards, you're not going to take those rounds that far out. With this lever action, I can shoot this as far as 5.56 wants to go. And I have totally not 30 round magazines because you can't have those on YouTube. But it is an internal hammer design. So it is still hammer fired, it's just all captured within the receiver. Beyond that, it is just a lever action, shooting 5.56. I really wanted to hate this, but I'm not gonna explain why I ended up liking it so much. We'll save that to the end. For now, let's just start with our fastest cowboy bill drill. Okay.
That was 5. 723.
One more. I'll count. I'll actually count this time.
Yeah, count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo!
3.70.
You think you beat that?
No, I've never shot this gun. Whoa, that barrel's super hot.
You want to let it cool off?
That's super hot. Was that 6?
No, it was like 12.
It's weird that it doesn't have a hammer though.
It does have a hammer, you just can't see it.
I know, but it's like weird in your brain.
Yeah, so first shot in .73, because you cheated. .94 split, .58 split, .64, .62, .66, .65, .68, .74.
I think mine's more realistic to somebody who hasn't played with the gun every day for 6 months.
I played with it 3 times. This is a little fan that cools down the barrel because there's gonna be pros and cons with this gun. It's, you know, you have a not 30 round mag. You know, you have like AR-15 magazines for this thing. You can just kind of keep going. It's not a low pressure round like 4570 where your barrel's not gonna be heating up because you're only firing 5 or 6 at a time. We just fired almost 60 rounds out of this, and this thing is so hot. So you want to keep your hands right here, but if you are gonna get this gun, I would probably recommend getting one of these little coolers just because it's so easy to burn your hand on it, especially if you're rapid firing this thing. Another kinda, not really quirk, but when this thing's empty, I mean, this thing is like super smooth, like ridiculously smooth. So it does come with a 10 round Magpul mag that's blocked to 5, I'm assuming for hunting reasons. But when you take a full mag, you really have to fight that follower. Not a lot, but right off the rip, if you haven't shot the thing yet, it'll probably take you by surprise. It's definitely a lot more oomph than like a normal lever action. When the mag is full, really go for it, give it your all, and then it slowly starts to work itself in the closer it gets to empty. So we're now gonna do a good old-fashioned 1R1. How do you feel about 1R1s?
It's literally the most ridiculous drill in the history of mankind. I don't know who made it up. Maybe a dinosaur?
You heard it, Boomer Fudlore, most ridiculous drill in history. All right, I'm gonna start on target.
You ready?
Cowboys don't need plate carriers, they just use their pockets, right?
That's facts.
Okay.
That's facts.
Oh, stuck on my cowboy jacket. That's never going on YouTube. So I shot, and then I thought it would be good to throw it open so that way the mag didn't have tension on the closed bolt. But then I realized I can't access my magazine release as well if this hammers forward. So I'm gonna try it a different way this time.
7.76.
I mean, this is ludicrous. No one's ever gonna be doing this with this gun.
Oh, no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, that hurt.
Click. 10-4. This thing is just so not conducive of 1R1s, it's crazy. You see what I mean? That lack of magwell it makes it so hard to jam that mag.
Because you can't even kind of see and you don't know where it's at.
You'd have to almost like flip the gun upside down and load it like a Bren. We've figured out here, this was not really meant to do high-speed tactical reloads.
Yes, but I also think this could be a very good self-defense, like ranch rifle. Like,
It really could be.
just take regular shooting. The speed reload's not really a thing. 1R1, one reload one, we've already decided is for dinosaurs. And nobody does it anyway.
Is that a Lucas Bakken reference? Let's see how fast we can fan this thing.
5 shots in 2:01 though.
What was the fastest hit review? 0.48, 0.39, 0.37. 0.37 is the fastest I got. And then I went like this and smashed the ever-living piss out of my finger.
That was fast, man.
I did it again. 3.7 again. 3.3.
Dang, you're fast.
You think I get into the twos? Okay.
What happened?
I froze up. 5.8, 3.8, 2.8.
Dang.
I got into the twos. See how easy it is to freeze up? Yeah, dude, it gets you. 5.5, 5.1, 1.1, 1, 4.8, 7.3. I think 4.7 is your fastest.
I gotta play with that gun a lot more, but I'm just gonna say, sometimes on YouTube we say, don't try this at home. For the sake of your finger, practice a lot.
Boy, does she get hot quick. Not used to that with lever guns. I did have these custom installed. So Christian, one of my dearest friends, is also into woodworking, and I had him perfectly inlet the shape of M-LOK so that these pick rails actually we use wood screws, and then behind it is like the perfect M-LOK shaping that these go down in. This one is parallel with the barrel, so I can use an IR laser at night. I know that sounds so ridiculous. And this one is just perpendicular with the rail. Now, I did find out right off the rip, this shines basically 100% of its light on the suppressor. So at night, it's basically useless. But let's be honest, I didn't make this thing to be super useful. I made it to be fun and cool. And then the bipod, funny enough, like honestly, having a bipod on here actually makes sense. You could easily make 800-yard shots with this gun. We just made a 600-yard shot on like attempt number 3. I do have to give a huge shout out to Ranger Point Precision because I was on my way out here to Texas and I didn't have a Picatinny rail to mount this Vortex, and they just like clutched up, overnighted me a Picatinny rail. Thank you, Ranger Point Precision. That is one of their Picatinny rails and the Vortex on there. It's an internal hammer, and so yes, it's still your average hammer lever action. The only difference is it really plays with your mind because you think you're going to be, you know, using your hammer as your safety. No, you're not. You're going to be using your safety as your safety. I do have to give super props to the trigger. It is an adjustable trigger. They said you can adjust it down to like 2-something pounds, like ultra light. I honestly don't think I'm gonna go any lighter than this. that is a light trigger. Oh, and this was just from Amazon. It's a Tourbon cheek rest. It actually is super comfy, and with this super high optic, it gives you that perfect height. It ended up working out. So unironically, this setup kinda hits. Like, Trey, this is not a bad setup.
No, it's really pretty cool. And you know who I really see it going to the most, Micah, is like, let's just say you're the rancher. You're out here on this huge ranch. Farmer John, or rancher, whatever you want to be. And then you're just like, I'm gonna shoot the coyote.
Yeah.
It'll do it with the 10-power scope, right?
Yeah.
But then, all of a sudden, some people are on your ranch. And you're like, what are those gangsters doing? The gangsters see you come out with your old lever gun, and then they're like, that old man ain't gonna do nothing to me. And then you're like, hey, gangster, like Clint Eastwood. Then all of a sudden you can just be like, listen, gangsters, And then they don't even know what happened. It turns into an AR-15.
Just vaporized.
Just vapor. I like the gun a lot.
You've heard my negatives, you've heard my positives, you've heard how we've built it. There's only really one more thing to do with this rifle, and that's group it. So we have our Leupold Mark 5 HD 5-25. It is cold. It is freezing right now. Ooh, that last one. That was going to be so good without that last one. So that was Black Hills, by the way. 70 grain, right? 77 grain.
What did you say was what you thought would be acceptable for this?
I said I'd like to see one MOA out of this. It's a fixed action rifle, okay? It's not a semi-auto, no moving parts. We have a locking bolt. I'd like to see one MOA at least. Let's have you group this, the Black Hills, so we have 2 groups to go look at. Ooh, it's cold though. Go check it out. No way. Holy Trey! Okay, first of all, ignore my group. That's a 5-round group.
Yeah.
What?
I called this as a pull. I called that I pulled that.
That's 4 rounds.
That's 4 rounds.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that is psychotic. That's still not even a bad group.
That's a great group.
But that is psychotic.
Hey, let me give you a little tip. If you notice that your groups are going sideways, it's you.
I could feel it with the wind and my hands being as cold as they were. It was just vibrating left and right the whole time on my scope.
When they're going up and down, that's your load. That means, like, let's say one bullet's going 2,500 feet per second. Then the next one could be going 2,530. And then the next one, that's how you get your standard deviation, right? Up and down is typically the bullet, side to side is you.
I'd almost like to try again. Dude, that Black Hills is like crazy. That was like almost all touching.
Nice, good job.
We put the Black Hills back in it. We reconfirmed 0, and then I went for one more group just to see if Black Hills would repeat. It's same accuracy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what you think that is. 0.7, 0.8? It's sub MOA. So the Black Hills is consistently under an MOA, sometimes even like ridiculous. There's only one thing to do now that we know we want to shoot the Black Hills with it. See how far we can shoot a lever gun.
Well, how far do you think you can hit it?
700. So we're gonna be taking the lever action out. We're gonna be starting at 200, which is already getting pretty far out there for most like actual lever gun cartridges, like 45-70 and whatnot. Said 0.5.
0.5, 200. Impact. All right. 1.2.
1.2 at 300.
Favor the target just to the right. Impact.
All right. So we just made an impact at 300, which, as far as lever guns, 45-70, etc., is concerned, we're kind of at the limit.
Yeah, for sure.
It just feels so weird taking a lever action rifle this far out.
Yeah.
400.
2.2. Got it!
Impact. We made an impact. 1, 2, 3, and 400. I think it's gonna be tough to take this out past 6, man.
I need to have a little better faith, Micah. Okay, 3.3, and I think favor it, just hold it right on the right side of the target. Got it.
Impact. 2 shots to get on at 500.
First one was just a win.
Yeah.
All right, 600.
No wonder that dope wasn't working. I'm still shooting at 500. Right, I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this wind.
You shot in the gust.
Impact! What is that, 600? All right, I don't think we're gonna make it past 600 with the wind. You can try. You feel free and try 700. No way! First round? I guess to sum up what we just discovered, with the right ammo, so for us it was the Black Hills stuff, 77 grain, we are consistently under an MOA. This would smack varmints. Like, this is a varmint rifle. Impressive results, Henry, honestly. I was really expecting about a MOA and a half. That was crazy. So the Henry Supreme lever action mag fed 5.56 lever gun ended up actually being quite the performer. Highly impressed with this. I really didn't expect as good of results as we got out of this. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess for a fixed barrel closed action gun, it should be doing that, and it did. So this is no joke. I mean, you'd think the 5.56 mags in a lever action is corny, but man, does it rock. I would smack varmints with this any day. But the rifle itself, yeah, it kind of rocks. That's my end all be all. Love you guys.